All right. You want advices for hydration? I've cracked a code for hydration. I know you're falling asleep, but this is a good one, and it's helping me tremendously. Okay? Because for some reason when I drink water, water just goes right through me. There's no... It's almost like it's nothing. Like there's nothing there. Nothing gets absorbed into the body. I take a container like this, okay? I fill it with ice. Then I cut up a piece of a lime, a cut of lime. Like limes are like, they're 8 for $2 around here. Cut a slice of lime, squeeze it in there, fill it with water up to the top, and then take Celtic salt and sprinkle it in. A pinch of Celtic salt inside. Here you go. Better than Gatorade. Better than anything you can know. The lime alkalines and helps with electrolytes as well. A little bit of that. And then the salt, just, again, electrolytes. And it allows your body to absorb the water. And I enjoy drinking this. I hate drinking dead water. It's got your body runs on electricity, man. You need electrolytes throughout the day. I drink this all day long. It's fucking awesome. And I put it in a sippy cup. I mean, all right, guys, this is the Advices program. We're starting off killer advice right there. I know some of you feel the same way. Let's get started. Hi, Jesse. My situation began with the onset of COVID-19 protocols. I was working as a personal trainer in a local gym, but when the gym was closed because of COVID, I was out of work and had no income. One of my clients reached out to me and asked if I would consider continuing my personal training for her by visiting her at her house. Oh my God. What happened? First session. I mean, listen, the only thing keeping you guys somewhat civilized is a gymnasium. Am I wrong? What do you go over there? She's in a nightgown. Oh, you know, I guess, you know, since we're at home, we don't have to really put on a gym outfit, do we? I'm just going to wear this thong and bra. Okay, you don't even got to tell me the rest. I already know what happened. All right, zip, zap, zoom, and so no problem with that. I saw no problem with that. Yeah, of course not. And was happy at this point. Didn't that thought cross your mind at all? So I could never be a personal trainer unless I was single. What am I? Okay. I saw no problem with that, and I was happy to have the opportunity to continue to earn some income. The problem is she wanted a full-service treatment, which included sex. She was a very attractive married woman, and to be honest, I was easily persuaded. The problem is she told her friends about it and began getting more, and I began getting more requests for similar sessions with other married women. I couldn't say no. I found the idea of having sex with a married woman to be extremely erotic. And the more I did this, why can't my life not be so boring? Oh my God. You must have been like, I hope these quarantines never end. If I were you, I would be spraying, crop dusting more COVID viruses over the United States to keep this sucker going. What kind of husband allows his wife to have a personal trainer come to the house? Listen, I'm telling you right now, bang them all, big and small. Because if a husband allows that, he gets exactly what he should get. Knuckleheads. Yeah, I'm gonna let Jim Jupiter come into my house and train my wife doing deadlifts. Oh my God. Okay. This is a great, great email, by the way. Okay. Women to be extremely erotic. The more I did this, the less interest I had in sleeping with my own wife. Oh, geez, you married too? This put a major strain on my personal life. Actually, I would have thought the opposite would have happened. I would have thought you would have been so, like, excited, you know, to be banging all these women. And you bang your wife out more, you know, because you're like, life can't get any better. But I guess everybody's different, right? I found the idea of having the less interest in sleeping with my own wife. This put major strain on my personal life. I was unable to stop sleeping around. Now I'm working back at the gym, but the extra services have remained in high demand. My question to you is, how do I stop this and convince my clients that I cannot continue asking for a friend? Why would you stop? You already have the ball rolling. You already cheated on your wife. You already have these women that are dumb enough to have husbands invite a personal trainer into their house, so you're banging their wives. I don't see any problem with any of this. But here is the problem. Here is the problem. You're going to get busted. Because if I've learned anything in life, and it might not be now, it might be 10 years from now, believe it or not, but you will get busted. Because it's just a thing called the truth, and the truth always rises to the surface. It always does. So just prepare yourself for that, buddy. But I mean, you're on a roller coaster ride. I don't even know how you pulled a brake on that one. And the only saving grace you have is, like, you could tell your wife, listen, you know, COVID happened. You probably would have got a divorce anyway if you didn't make any money. Because that's how women are. They leave you like a wet rat. You know, if you're not making any money. Say, listen, I'm trying to make money. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? She's paying me money. What do you want me to do? I thought it was an innocent thing. I can't help it with these women. Good luck with that one, by the way. Jesus Christ. I bet you're you're probably not, you're probably easy on the eyes too, if I'm going to guess correctly. This is fantastic. All right. Here we go. For some reason, what did you switch it to? Like, I can't see anymore. I got to get my glasses. What'd you turn this to Smurf font? I need my glasses here. All you do for us, the show really brightens my day. Anyway, I've got a bad mole problem in my backyard. He's made 5 or 6 giant mole mounds of dirt, and there's hundreds of feet of tunneling. Add my counterattacks by digging out the SOB like it's World War II battlefield. In the past, I've placed some poison worms in the tunnels, and mole activity disappears for a few days. The worms are a different brand this year, and they aren't doing the trick. Much like, don't you have any gunpowder? Aren't you supposed to just blow the holes like blow these guys into orbit? This seems like the funnest way to get rid of pests. Either you stick a hose down the hole, that probably doesn't work, right? They probably have a built-in like air trap in there just in case that kind of thing happens. I don't know. You fill the thing with gunpowder. You don't have any blockbusters or something you can jam down there? Huh? Bangalore's? I don't know, guy. I'm not an exterminator. I never even seen a mole. We don't have them here on Long Island. I don't know. I'd have fun with it. It's like, it's like when the English dug underneath the Germans in World War One, right? Then they dig like a huge room, an underground room right underneath the German front lines, and then they filled it with dynamite and set it off. and it like started its own earthquake or something. There was so much explosives in that fucking hole. That's what I'm talking about. Moles, you don't have a BB gun? To me, this is like hang out with a Jack and Coke from the sliding glass door and just wait for one of these motherfuckers to stick up their head. It's like a video game. A 22 or something? I don't know what state you live in. Hey, Bithead, I've been watching your channel for years, and I can't believe you've eclipsed 1,000 shows. Yeah, you know, I didn't really talk about it, because to be honest with you, when I got to 1,000 shows, I was like, that's it? I feel like I've done 10,000. For some reason, I feel like I've been doing this show all my life. And quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, especially lately. I don't know, I'm stalled out at like 94,000 subscribers. I've been stalled out on that like that for over half a year. Longer than that, probably a year. And I'm just like, ugh, I've had it. I don't even care anymore. Like that 100,000 subscriber carrot that's dangling over my head, it's like I almost don't even care. I'm ready to pull the plug on the whole thing. All I have to do is find one skill that I was thinking about becoming an engine builder or something. Like, you know, with a company and whatnot, just building engines. You know, like a machine shop or something like that. I figured I could do that, even though my eyesight is going. I don't know. It's so sad when you're almost 50 years old and you're like careerless. I mean, I could do a couple things with my hands here and there. Maybe be a maintenance guy. You know, just be a fucking maintenance guy somewhere. I don't know. But I gotta do something where I've been doing this for almost 13 years. It's like my job. I got a card. I've been working there 30 years. I got a card from my job. It said, way to go. Open it up. It's like, oh, I couldn't even get a free churro around here. You know? Maybe a hot dog and a soda. I open it up. Way to go. I was like, oh, we're gonna frame it. Anyhow. Yeah, so 1,000 shows. The thing I will say is my shows are like an hour long. So if you think about it, it's almost 1,000 hours. I mean, I love, you know, back when I had like, you know, 20,000 subscribers or something like that, you know, and maybe 100 shows. People used to say to me, I watched every single show. And it was like a running joke. I was like, all right, you're a big loser. Joking around, I'd say that. So then I can remember I had maybe a few years ago, a couple of guys that would tell me that too. I've watched all your shows, and by that time I was up to like 500, 600 shows. I was like, God damn, that's a task. That's a task. I mean, you don't have to tell me anything about your physical fitness level at that point. If you can watch 600 hours of my show, and now we're up to 1,000. So I haven't gotten that email lately. Hey, I've seen every single show, because it's a fucking, it would be like kind of like MK Ultra training at this point. Just sit in front of a screen like, maybe watch them on 5x speed. And then when you get done, your life is ruined. So yeah, 1,000. I figured we'd talk about that because I remember posting the 1,000th show, and I was like, should I say something? I was like, who the fuck cares? The highlights for me have always been the Christmas specials, and anytime you talk about your wife and in-laws has me howling laughing. Here's my question and why I need some advice. I hate wearing jeans in public because my junk always gets bunched up when I sit down. I don't have that problem. There's not much to bunch. I usually having to put my hand down my pants and to move things around down there to get comfortable. I don't like wearing baggy jeans. Yeah, you like the German soccer coach, right? Did you see this fucking animal from hell? During a fucking football game, soccer game. I don't know. We call it soccer here in America. I'm so sorry. God forbid you say soccer anywhere else in the world. The guy puts his hands down his pants and then he sits down on the bench and he's smelling his fingers. He just scratched his nutsack. I was like, what an embarrassing thing to happen to somebody. I would never come out of my house again if somebody filmed me doing that. I'd be so embarrassed. And then he reaches down the back of his pants and does a fucking balloon nut check. And he's sitting there sniffing it. I said, number one, way to disgrace the German people. I'm like, haven't we been through enough? And now you're scratching your balls and itching your ass and smelling it? I said, for crying out loud, as a German guy, you know, of German heritage, I was like, come on, stop the embarrassment already. First we got Hitler, now we got this? Right, they're both skating along the same lines. If I was him, I would have taken a fucking cyanide pill. Could you imagine going home to your wife? You're like this, you know, let's face it, the guy's a millionaire. You're a coach of a soccer team, okay? How much do they make? Like 20 mil a year? Probably more than that. You go home to your wife and she's like, oh, there's my ball sniffing, ass sniffing husband from hell. That's right. He just disgraced the whole family. Yes. The symbol's down on the floor. How do you look them in the eye anymore? I guess when you got 50 mil in the bank, it doesn't really matter. You can scratch your balls in your asshole. I guess, you know, when I become a billionaire, if and when, ever, that may be the first thing I do. I make a ball and ass scratching video that I, you know, why not? That's kind of like guys these days that paint their fingernails and their toenails, right? To show the world they don't give a fuck. What a trend. You know, I love it. I don't mind it if you're like a goth guy, like a skinny goth guy, and you paint your fingernails black. That's fine. But when you're like one of these MMA fighters and you paint your nails, it's like, okay, we get it. I can't say anything about it or you're going to put me in a triangle, right? Can't stand these fucking jiu-jitsu guys. I can't stand these jiu-jitsu guys because it's cheating. It's cheating. We're all men on planet Earth, all right? We go out to a bar, we get into a fight, we punch it out. Nobody has to go to the hospital. Well, nobody has to end up in an orthopedic center, all right? Because you armbarred my arm and broke it, you know, or you twisted my leg like a pretzel. Stop it already. We throw a couple punches and it's over. These MMA guys, they took it too far. These aren't real men. These aren't real men. They're trying to trick the system. Just so you know, these are cowardly men. These MMA guys. So don't have any respect for these jiu-jitsu guys, all right? We know what they're all about. Your balls are in a knot. What happened? I don't like wearing baggy jeans, so I end up wearing sweatpants most of the time. What should I wear instead that doesn't make me look like a disgraziato when I'm out on a date? Lee Wranglers. Boy, do you come to the right place, people. I'm telling you what. This is the thing. This is the thing. But the Lee gives you a nice amount of ball space in there. You can't wear any fashion jeans. Those are out. Those are going to have your balls all twisted up. You know, you wear sweatpants and maybe you explain yourself on the first date, you know. You know, you shake a hand, you say, hi, nice to meet you, maybe kiss on the cheek. Say, listen, let me get down to brass tacks here. I wear these sweatpants because my dick and balls are so big. Okay, they get twisted into a knot every time I wear jeans. All right, so unless you want me spending half the date with my hands down my pants and a sweaty burl sack. And I got news for you, jeans aren't good for you anyhow, because your balls are supposed to hang. You're not even supposed to wear underwear. You're not supposed to have clothing on. Your balls are like a thermometer. You get hot, they hang down. Okay? This is the sperm factory. And you wear jeans, and everybody in the sperm factory is like, oh, fuck, man. Oh, Jimmy, give me some of these proteins and mitochondria. It's like, I can't make sperm today. It's too fucking hot in here. What is this guy wearing? Abercrombie and Fitch? That's it. The balls have to self-regulate temperature, and you're interrupting it with a thing called clothing. It's horrible, horrible things we do to our bodies. Wear your sweatpants, my friend, and I'll tell you why. Because if you meet a woman that can accept you for your sweatpants, then you've got, that's half the battle. That's half the battle. You want to be accepted for who you are. So be comfortable. I don't know how old you are. All right? But if you're in your 40s, that's it. That's it. Listen, I know somebody in the family does always wear shorts. If you got a wedding going on, he's coming over your house like Angus Young. And that's the bottom line. It's shorts all the time. And the guy's comfortable. He's always hot. You know, some people want to wear shorts all the time. Whatever. We're in a day and age where nothing really matters anymore. Okay, so just be comfortable. There could be a nuclear bomb on the way. Right now. It could be on the way right now. That's like how code red we are these days. We're DEFCON 5. All right, terrorist warnings are through the roof, and you're worried about putting on a pair of jeans for some broad? Can we have a laugh? Can we have a laugh? Anyway, dear Mr. 1000, my wife is insane. Yeah. Translation: if you wife, that's the definition of insanity, right? We're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. No, wife. My wife wants to fucking. It's 4th of July. Okay, the toilet upstairs is leaking. And the air conditioner went down. She tells me on the 4th of July. I was like, okay, what? And I don't care if the ceiling collapses. You think I'm installing a new toilet or a new wax ring on a toilet on the 4th of July? I ended up doing it on the 4th of July, and me and my wife got into the biggest blowout of a fight. Okay? You don't understand. 4th of July is my holiday. And I'm upstairs in an apartment with no AC, changing the toilet. And my wife is wondering, why are you being so negative? I'm like, just go away. Go away, all right? You want me to change the fucking toilet? I'll change the toilet. Just go away from me. I don't have to be like one of the 7 dwarves fixing it. Da, 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 zippy dippy doo. It's the 4th of July. Everybody's barbecuing, sitting around doing nothing, drinking, having a great time. I'm changing a toilet, a shit toilet, a toilet where you take a shit inside of it. That's what I'm doing. And it's taking me all fucking day because I can't find the right goddamn wax ring to go around this fucking godforsaken toilet. Like the toilet flange sticks like this far out of the ground. I'm like, great. No wonder why the fucking thing is leaking. I had to make a pedestal of grout, like a half a foot tall, just to get the toilet to sit level. What a Hamish house. I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to be able to get DNA out of the wood and find the people that built this house. I'm going to get the DNA and I'm going to find out where they live. And hopefully they're nearly on their deathbed so I can go into the hospital and pinch their IV till they're gone. Anyway, how was your 4th of July? Wait, what'd you say? You have a wife? Yeah, so here it comes. Watch. She constantly starts projects that she never finishes. Of course, nobody finishes things. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Unless you're like one of these down south guys, these get her done guys, there's a reason why that expression exists, get her done. Because projects are oh so easy to start. Oh, the excitement that this is going to change and this is going to happen. And then the project gets underway, and then all of a sudden you start to see result, and you start to put in the time and the effort and the money, and then you lose interest. And this is where the real men come from. That's what I want you to know. It doesn't matter whether it's a project on a house or a project on a car. The real men are the ones that finish the project. That's why men can go out with their chests out like this, all right? You're a piece of shit now if you're in your 40s, all right? You're probably a fat pig bastard. More like most of us are. Maybe your tits are flopping and whatnot. And you see these young guys with their hot girlfriends, and they're in good shape, and they go to the gym and whatnot, and their girls are like, oh, he's so hot, he's so blah, blah, blah. Those girls are dumb, okay? Because when you walk out and you're a finisher, you're a different breed. Nobody's good enough for you. That's what men have to understand. If you're a real finisher, your value is up here, beyond everybody else, beyond attractiveness, beyond money. You're a finisher. Okay? And that's like 0.05% of the population. We're getting heavy over here, guys. She no longer asks me to work on home improvement projects that are expensive and unnecessary. She just buys stuff and starts working only to quit immediately, then wait for me to take over and finish. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. I'm sorry, I had to throw up. It's the worst, and I know exactly where you're coming from. Okay? This is the worst. Picking up on somebody else's project is the worst. Put your wife on the screen right now. Bring it to the screen. Stop. Leave this guy alone. You don't know what you're doing. You're destroying his DNA. You're killing him from the inside out. Stop your bullshit. I am not a super handy guy, but can manage to do some of the work. The problem is it rarely looks as good as it did before we fixed it. I know, she's turning the whole place into a shithole. You gotta get her on Ritalin or something. I don't know. You gotta get her on something. You gotta get her on, I don't know, get her a lobotomy. These women just love, do you love it when they talk about furniture restorations? Women will get an old piece of furniture and think, oh yeah, you just got to paint it. All we have to do is refinish it. That's all. That's all. Yes, to bring home like furniture with scrolling curves in it and everything else. Oh, we just have to paint it. No, we don't. It's stained, honey. It's stained. You know what that means? We have to sand it. We have to sand it till our fingers are bleeding. That's step one. They have no idea. And then they want to change the color. Then you paint it, and they don't like the color. I thought I was gonna like it, but we have to change it. They can really drive you to suicide. That's why I don't do anything anymore. Oh God. The problem is it really looks good, yes, but she will never admit we should have left well enough alone. Of course not. Of course not. She even goes as far as claiming she can multitask. Oh, that's hilarious. Of course she can. All women can multitask. They just don't get anything done. Yeah. Scrambled-brained morons. Sorry. Women have a different processor in their mind. I don't know if you know that or not. Okay? It's called loony bin Pentium processing. Multitask. I love it. She can multitask. She can multitask, yes. When I like to finish one thing before moving on to the next, yes, because you're sane. But she never ends up finishing any tasks. Any advice on how to deal with crazy wife who can't stop herself from starting unnecessary? I mean, other than cutting brake lines, I don't know what you do. I don't know what to do. I'm living it, pal. You and me, we could hold hands and run through a meadow together. Okay? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Just start drinking. That's all. The only thing I can tell you is you have to give her a taste of her own medicine. You have to start. I don't even know. Just don't get it. Oh, this has got me. This is giving me such a headache. I hope you know that, buddy. Keep up the great work. I sincerely mean it when I say the show is the only entertainment I can watch consistently. Wow. Yeah, bro. That's basically called marriage in a nutshell. I don't know how to help you. You don't have like a broom closet you can hang yourself in? I'm kidding. Don't hang yourself. Hey, Bithead, I'm 42, single, and have a 5-year-old daughter that I have every weekend. I am in the market for buying a new house. Would you suggest buying a house at the top end of my budget, or buying a modest house, giving me more free cash for enjoying my life? Now, nice house or nice life? Whew. Okay, what's your definition of a nice house? Are we talking about buying a house ready to go, or a fixer-upper? Because if I were you, I would go for the house ready to go. I used to be the fixer-upper guy, and maybe it's my age and whatnot, but I want something turnkey and ready to go. This is a very good question, by the way. I don't know if you're a first-time home buyer. Obviously not. You were married with a 5-year-old daughter, so the wife probably got the other house. But if you're on the market for buying a new house, here's how I feel about buying a house now. Buy everything that you want right now. Don't look at a house without a garage and be like, oh, I can add a garage. Because that shit never happens, or it happens too far down the road, and that becomes too expensive. Get everything that you want right out of the gate. For the extra cost. You're going to pay for it one way or another. You're going to probably pay double it. If you don't get what you want and you try to make it what you want, it's going to cost you twice as much as just buying it from the start. Same thing with buying a classic car. All right? Normally I'd start out with a bucket of rust and just move forward. But these days, even though I like that, I like the challenge of bringing it back around, restoring it, kind of doing it my way, you know, saving something, you know, that's cool too. But to be honest with you, you can spend an extra 10 grand and kind of like life becomes a lot easier. Oh, shit. You're in your 40s, man. What do you want? All those headaches? Redoing the kitchen, redoing the bathroom. It's all a bunch of headaches. The great thing about you being single is you do have the time. And you only have your daughter on the weekends. So you have the whole week. I mean, if you're single, even after work, you have energy. Like when you're married and you come home from work, you just want to take a nap because you don't want to deal with anybody. But you're single, you can come home, turn on some tunes, and then, you know, like fix up the house. You know, that'd be like a cool thing. You know? But you're 42, you're probably tired. You're probably tired when you get home. You just want to chill out, relax. Oh my God. Buying a house with that kind of freedom, I'd have a listening room. Are you kidding me? I have a killer stereo set up. It's one of my dreams to have a listening room. I want a sewing room too. That's right, because I want to make my own clothing. I'm so sick and tired of buying clothing from the store. I'm going to make my own clothing, no matter how ridiculous it is. Suits, I want to make suits. I want to make shirts, everything. I'd love to have a room that existed just for creating my own clothing. Like t-shirt press, like I can make my own t-shirt designs. I can make my own jeans that actually fit. I'd love it, because I would look like Raggedy Andy for like the first couple of weeks. But then you get your chops, you know, and the next thing you know, you're like DKNY. Oh, yeah, what's up? A couple sewing machines, you know? A big table to cut out your patterns and whatnot. Oh, I'd love to. That's going to be one of my things. I'm going to clear out a section in the basement, and I'm going to start making my own clothes. Because you have to understand something about me. I mean, we're getting into me now. I mean, so I can't find clothes that fit me actually properly. Because I'm a tall guy, but I have a narrow frame. You know, so in reality, I need an extra large because I'm tall. But then I put it on, and it's like wearing a weather balloon. It's all over the place. So I want to design my own clothes that fit me really nice. Why not? Anyway, here, guys. So you guys bored to death? What are we like? We're 40 minutes in, guys. That's the Advices program. Email me.